So I told you that I'm starting this project. Remember, I'm currently at the airport right now. I found this quiet space because there's a lot of people out here. Let me adjust this. Right. Okay. So I found this quiet place. You know what I mean? I'm at the airport right now. As I did discuss earlier on that I'm starting a new project, right? So basically, what Takeover Coffee platform is gonna be, it's gonna be such a beautiful application. I don't know why I'm saying it's gonna be a beautiful application, or it's because I'm saying it because I'm the one who's gonna develop it, but either way. So it's gonna be an application in such a way that it allows you to be able to get all the information you need about Takeover Coffee. You know what I mean? It will be a one spot for software development. It will be a one spot for everything related to Takeover Coffee. Be it you want to listen to an audio cast, be it you want to listen to a video cast, or you want to watch, not listen, you want to watch a video, you want to get information about the guest, you want to vote, so for which guest you want to come back, or you want to request a guest, you want to request a topic, you want to add a topic that you want us to talk about. What else? You can vote for your best episode. You can enter competitions because we'll be doing some competition rounds. So you can enter a competition there on the Takeover Coffee platform. The winners will be announced on a video, but also on the website, on the platform as well. There will be a lot of things we'll be doing on Takeover Coffee. I'm planning it to have a lot of things, but I want it to be as interesting as I'm planning the episodes to be. You know what I mean? So you can even do your shopping there. So because we'll be selling some limited edition merchandise for Takeover Coffee, so you'll have an opportunity to get that merchandise there to be sold to you. Whatever the case may be, you can just buy. You know what I mean? There'll be Takeover Coffee merchandise shop. So there'll be a shop tab there for you to be able to purchase those merchandise. It's a t-shirt, it's a long sleeve, it's a cap, or it's a cup, or it's a sticker. What else are we giving out? I'll confirm again. But it's the t-shirts, the long sleeve or the short sleeve, it's the stickers, it's the cups with Takeover Coffee, it's the caps. That's what I can think of right now, but I'm not sure if I'm willing to expand further. So I'll be building that on my own, but the front end will be handled by one person, and then I'll be because with Angular, if you're working with Angular, you have to do the design for what people can see, and also if you're utilizing certain APIs, so there basically needs to be some services within the Angular, because Angular uses MVC, right? So there needs to be some services within Angular. So I'll handle those services because I can write the logic in TypeScript and so forth. Thankfully, it's using TypeScript, because if it was JavaScript, I was never gonna do it. So we'll be doing that, and then on the back end, I'll be using Java, and then for the logs, things like logs and monitoring and so forth, I'll be using Elasticsearch, I'll be using Grafana, Apache Kafka for some stuff as well, but I'll do a full video specifying the architect and the tech stack. I'll do a full video on that, where I'll be specifying this is I'm using for the back end, for the gateway, for the servers, for deployment, for monitoring, for logs, for search, for catching, things like Reddit, all those kind of things. I'll have a video, separate video, when you start in a journey of developing Takeover Coffee platform. But it's going to be Takeover Coffee, but it's just going to be a platform. It's not going to be just a static website. You know what I mean? What else? Oh, another thing is I'm starting a second project. I'm starting a second project, so I think I will be building this in parallel with Takeover Cove, right? I'm starting a second project. Right now, the only name I can come up with at the moment is HomeEase. I don't know why, but I thought I can come up at the moment. So hopefully I'll come up with a better name in the future. So for now, let's just call it HomeEase. So basically what HomeEase is, I guess you'll find out. So, but it's gonna be an interesting application. It's gonna be a mobile and also a web application, right? It will be an interesting application for renters. It will be an interesting application, useful application for landlords, for homeowners, for property owners, property management companies, property managers as such, lenders. It's gonna be travelers as well. It's gonna be an interesting application for those people specifically. But here's a catch. It's not a catch. Why do I always keep on saying things are catch? But here's the trick. What I'm gonna do is, as much as I want it to be focusing on a wide range of audience, I will limit on the first release. I will limit the audience because I'll be targeting the students, the landlords, the homeowners, the renters, the sellers, and all those people. But on a first version, on release 1 or phase 1 or beta version, I'll be only targeting the students. You know what I mean? So I'm only coming up for students. I'm building the whole component, but only for student accommodations. All the services or all the functionalities of the application will be working 100%, but only for the specific feature for student accommodation. And then if those people, they receive it well, because now if a student accommodation is definitely it's going to be students and the landlords or the accommodation owner, something like that. And if those people, they receive it very well, and then we want to expand to release 2 to homeowners, to landlords, to property managers, to property management companies, to renters, to sellers, and all those people. But I feel like before you ship the application, the MVP, you need to limit your audience to have, okay, fine. As much as my application is targeting the whole South Africa, to be, let's take it like that. Maybe as much as my application is targeting the whole South Africa, but let me first limit to KZN and give the people of KZN to play around it and get the feedback from them. Once the people of KZN or once the people from KZN, they are happy, let's go to Johannesburg or Gauteng. Let's give them. Let's give Western Cape, Free State, Eastern Cape. Then let's release everything so everyone is on board. By the time we are getting to the full functionality of application, we know everyone is on board. Because you know why I'm doing that? Because now what I'm doing is, I know when you're developing applications, the first people who are loyal to your application, those are the crucial people. If you can get the first 100 active users, not just people who are going to download the app and see it and then delete it, because I've done that before, it's fine. But the people who are going to download the app and become active users in such a way that on their daily basis, not even on daily basis, but more often they use the application, such a way that maybe 2 times a day, maybe 4 times a week or 3 times a week, those are active users. You know what I mean? So then you can start monitoring those active users and say, okay, fine. We have 1,000 downloads, but the people who are actually active using this application, maybe they're like 400. So we know, and then we get data from those people. You know, we get feedback, not data. We get feedback from those people, because I feel like it's very, very important to get feedback from your users or your customers. I feel like it's very important. Get the feedback now rather than getting it later, because if you get feedback now, you'll know what to do next, rather than if you're getting feedback later on, whereby you have added a lot of things in your application, and then it's more difficult to expand, or it's more difficult to address those feedback, then it's going to be a problem. So if I get a feedback from students, if I get feedback from landlords, then it will be easy for me when I'm addressing that feedback. I know the next person will get a better version of this application. You know what I mean? Rather than giving everyone a bad version, then people will just go away. So keep an eye. Take Over Coffee, we're coming back, we're coming up. Take Over Coffee platform, Take Over Coffee everything. Gonna be releasing new videos and gonna be releasing new episodes. So this one is just me, Young Dev, telling you my plans. There is another project, but I'm not gonna announce it yet. So on HomeEase, I'm not gonna share a lot of code, but I'm gonna share the progress, because I feel like it's not a vision, but it has a potential of being a startup. I have a lot of these applications in my head, but I'm gonna develop as much as I can, but I'm not gonna share everything, because I feel like some of them, they might be potential startups, and then if there are people like investors interested in this software or in partnership and so forth, then we can, you know what I mean? And I'm not planning on making any application open source. I can work with people, but not planning on making any of my applications open source. That's not what I'm doing. I think I've done that for like learning phase, when I'm still having to learn some stuff and all those kind of things. But for now, let's just keep it going. We'll see what happens. So this application is going to be big in such a way that I really want to make this work. Definitely, I want to make this work in such a way that I enjoy the process. You know what I mean? I want to enjoy the process, the progress,